Hi yogis and yoginis, Nick here again. So the hips are an area where we tend to store a lot of tension and tightness. Because we sit a lot in chairs, all the muscles through the outer hips, the IT bands, the glutes, as well as through the back of the hips and in the sacrum can really start to tighten up. And also our hip flexors, which are the muscles that, and our psoas, which are the muscles that connect the legs to the hips. Those are really chronically tight for a lot of us, and this can result in not only just tension and discomfort, but serious back trouble if you don't actually stretch these areas out, because what it does is it will start to pull your pelvis forward out of alignment, so your pelvis will start to tuck because these muscles will shorten, which means your lower back starts to round, which is not good for your spine. So, a couple of postures that we can do to open those areas up. High lunges and low lunges, and I'm going to show you both here right now. And then basic high lunge, basic low lunge to open, with a focus on opening up the hips. So we're going to come forward first on our mats, coming into Tadasana. Inhaling and reaching yourself up long. Exhale, fold yourself in half, long spine and an open heart. And bring your fingertips down. You're going to step your right foot way back. Big, long step. And then come up onto the fingertips here. If you have trouble with this, you can use bricks underneath your hands or blocks. And I'll show you that variation in a moment. So coming to the fingertips, inhaling and lengthening your spine and looking forward. Let the back leg lift a little. So don't let the back knee sag down. You want to have energy and lift through the back leg. So a high lunge. To come into a low lunge, you would come in the same way, and then bring the back knee down. And you can either just bring the knee down to your mat. If you find this uncomfortable on the back knee, which a lot of people do, you can either put a blanket across your mat, or you can just take the side of your mat, roll it up a little, and bring your knee down to the padding. Watch that your toes are not on the roll though, or you'll have a little trouble getting out of this. It won't be very graceful. So then a low lunge. So either one of these lunges, you want to make sure that your ankle is underneath your knee. You don't want the knee coming ahead of the ankle. If it is, that just means you need to step your legs further apart, bringing your legs further apart. And then just taking a couple of moments to feel that stretch through the hip flexors. You could also bring your hands to your knee here and inhale and lengthen your spine up, opening up the heart. If this feels good for you. Focusing again, feeling that stretch through the back hip. You may also feel a stretch. That's just a bonus. That one's on the house. To come out of a low lunge, you can come back out by coming into a high lunge. So lifting the leg, coming into a high lunge again, and then keeping the back leg bent and the front leg bent, especially if you're tight in the hamstrings, stepping forward, staying in your little crouch, and then switching sides. Stepping the leg back, coming to the fingertips, looking ahead, melting the heart, lifting the back leg, keeping the back leg active and strong, running the shoulders down. Low lunge, you can fold your mat or just bring the knee down to a blanket or all the way down to your mat. And either exploring this here or coming up to bringing your hands to your knee. Again, watching that the knee and the ankle are 90 degrees. You don't want this knee coming ahead of the ankle. To come out, coming back up into a high lunge, and then stepping your back foot forward, bringing your hands to your hips, inhaling, and coming back up. So if you can't bring your hands down to the floor in the lunge, you can bring them to blocks, and I'll show you that, one example of that here. So you would just have your bricks handy, one on either side. And again, a lunge, we'll start with high lunge and then work our way down to a low lunge. So stepping your foot back, big, huge step back. And you can use your fingertips here cupped on blocks if you find it too uncomfortable to bring your hands to the floor for now. So lifting again the back leg, pushing through the back heel. Front leg can be less than 90 degrees, but not more, so watch that this knee isn't coming ahead of the ankle. If it is, just step your back foot wider. Looking ahead, heart open. And to do the same variation in a low lunge, come out. Bringing your hands down. And again, keeping the back leg bent, stepping forward. Bringing your hands to your hips, opening up the heart by drawing the shoulder blades together. Inhale, coming up to standing. So, lunge variations with the help of blocks for support to make your arms a couple of inches longer. Basic lunge variations to start to open up the muscles of the hips. And there's many variations of lunges. We'll get into more of those later. But we first want to kind of be comfortable in those first two variations. High lunge, low lunge. Thank you. Namaste.